So we are gonna do a poll on how to brake in your car. Everybody on every Facebook forum has said, how do I brake in my car? What do you guys do? And I would say there's what, 50 million different opinions out there of how to do it. Some guys say, drive it like you stole it right out of the gate, and they do the opposite. Or some guys say, you read the manual and you break it in for 50 hours of going in low or something. So to click on the poll, go to our feed or go to our homepage and it'll be right there. Or you can also go to our Desert SXS Facebook forum. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching. I don't know, what does the manual said, Brant? You've studied it.
It says follow the rules. You break it in normal.
What's breaking it in normal on the manual?
Just how you normally drive it. Don't go too fast. Don't go too slow.
Like
check
right
all your
the
bolts and parts. Make sure that nothing falls off because people forget things like that. And that's basically what I read.
Also says don't floor it in the first.
No, make sure everything
miles.
Seats, your valves, and your
200 miles
rings
of break-in is what the manual says.
But you're talking about Polaris.
Yeah.
Because it varies per manufacturer.
per manufacturer. But make sure all your bolts are
Roughly,
tight and the
that's
lug
about it.
nuts are tight before you go hitting it.
Don't they want you to run low for a little bit?
It didn't say that.
Oh.
For breaking in a belt,
Breaking a belt.
but
That's just for
only in
breaking a
sand,
belt.
I think, is necessary.
Okay.
Can-Am, I believe it's 250 miles. We can double check on that.
Yeah.
But
we're just gonna do a poll, so we want you guys to click on the poll and see, and you can either do it on our Facebook Desert SXS forum, or you can just do it on our YouTube channel right here. But in the poll, we're gonna have 5 different options of how to break in your side-by-side. Now, these guys, they're all gonna talk about how they broke in theirs, whether that was right or wrong. You guys can give your opinion in the comments, but we're talking about how we actually broke them in, not how the manual says. So let's start with Bo. How do you break in a brand new side-by-side? What's your style?
So I've never had a brand new side-by-side.
Oh yeah, you bought yours used.
I bought all mine used. So
You're a horrible idea for this.
Yeah, I
I'm loving
was.
it,
Sorry.
dude.
That's okay.
But we know how yours was broken, and it was drove like it was stole right out of the line.
Correct. There's been no issues with the Can-Am as far as like, where's some wood? There's been no, as far as the mechanical stuff like that, all the other stuff we know that broke. Specifically the YXZ though, I didn't know how that one was driven. So I bought that one used. It had 450 miles on it. I think it was like 20 hours. So it was not driven very, very much. And that one, I just kept it below 7,000 RPMs until we
Even though it was already used?
Even though it was already used. I just want to make sure it was conditioned correctly. The engine was where it needed to be. It was also my first one. And then that only lasted until, we got to the track, and then all bets were off. So
Yeah. You can't go to the track at slow RPM.
Yeah, so I think I just drive it the way that I normally do.
So,
What am I going to tell the wife? Exactly how Can-Am told me.
Yep. And what are you going to tell Can-Am when you bought it and you take it in there? Exactly like the manual.
But I am changing the oil after the first 250 miles on my Can-Am if I buy a brand new one.
Yeah.
I will follow that procedure pretty heavily. But as far as how fast I'm going, it's just a matter of who's next to me.
Okay. Austin?
I like the Kawasaki break-in. You let it idle for 10 minutes. You run it under 4,000 RPM for an hour. You run it under 6,000 RPM for a half hour.
Driving it under 4,000 and under 6,000 for a half hour?
Well, for an hour under 4,000, half an hour. So it's almost 2 hours of break-in. So the way I did it with my...
It's testing my patience.
Yeah, I know. So you bring out your lady and you have some peer pressure. You make her enforce it on you.
Okay.
And so that's how I've done it. I've done some accountability there.
That's how you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Have her on there. Okay.
Yep.
And when you bought a new car, is that what you've actually done?
So that's
the
what I've
manual?
done with both of my watercraft that I've bought brand
Okay.
new. I have done it exactly per the
You
manual.
do it by the manual.
Exactly, and I take a picture of it so I don't forget it because I get all excited when I get
okay.
on it. And I'm like, what did it say? Was
Yeah.
it an hour for the first? And so I've got the manual so I can look
Okay.
at it back on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So buy the book. Buy
Yeah,
the
buy
book.
the
You're by the book then.
Could-
Which I'm not surprised. Austin's a pretty by the book kind of guy. I mean, as an accountant, you kind of got to do a lot of booking there,
I'm okay with being aggressive, but
You're going to get to the 4 quick or the 6,000
Yeah,
RPM
yeah,
quick,
yeah.
but you ain't going to go past it.
not too far past it.
Okay, not too far.
I might have seen
we got
6,200,
okay.
but not too
You
far
may have
past
just
it.
barely peaked
Yeah,
it. Okay.
yeah.
I would say when I do it, and whenever I've done it, I've pretty much done the same to every one of them on a brand new one, which I think I've only bought new because I don't trust anybody what they said that they did with their car. So when I done it, I have turned it on, let it just heat soak for 10 minutes, and then I've taken it around the block in low once, and then I've taken it around the block in high once, and even the dealers have told me, we know how you drive it like you drive it, like right out of the gate. So the axles on this one, it did go to the dunes really quick after it was bought. And so I did do like a slow little run for 10 minutes, just letting grease work in on the axles and everything like that. That was one thing that Sean at ProPI said. He's like, I would be more concerned about your axles than the motor or anything else. And so I just drove it kind of casually, as you could, I don't know, right? That first run, Brett?
Yeah.
It was pretty casual for the first 15 minutes. And after that, all bets off. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
That's how I've done pretty much every one of them. Mike, I'm going to guess you're a by the book guy.
Well, kind of. Not exactly. I've only owned really one brand new car. That was the belt-driven 4-seater Can-Am, the Max. When I bought that car, I tried to follow the manual, but not quite. What I do is I pay attention to the braking on the belt on that car, right? So I'll heat up the belt, cool it down, you know, at different speeds, and then heat it up, cool it down, and then after, you know, I would say 5 to 10 miles, it's game on at that point.
And I would say also fluids. I'm really big on changing the fluids really quick. I think I changed the fluids on my last one twice by the time most people change it once.
Yeah.
Just, they're like, dude, if you're gonna drive it that hard, just be quick on fluid change. So that is one thing I do a lot, is oil changes. I probably do them more often than the average, just because they say to.
I'd say if you're riding in dusty conditions and you don't have a particle separator, you need to change the oil twice as often. I've just noticed, I ran it for a while before putting the particle separator on, and then for a while after, and just looking at it, you know, it's not scientific, but just looking at it, I can wait twice as long before it looks darker.
Yeah? Okay. That's something to think about. I never thought about that. So what do you guys do? How do you guys do it? Brent, what did you do? You bought yours brand new, your
Brand
last
new.
one.
I did what they told me to do at Polaris.
Well, at Polaris,
Exactly
they told me
what
drive it
Power
like I
Sports.
stole it.
I just drove it, and then took it in for service. I just drove it like I
You
drive
didn't do
it.
any fancy break-in or
No, just drove it.
idle it for, man,
5
Kawasaki,
hours.
that's wild.
5
An
hours.
hour of,
Just drove it. Drive it like I drive it.
Yeah.
Made sure everything was cool, nothing's falling off, you know, and then drove it. Took off.
yeah, I think that's the big thing, is like, kind of just drive it like you drive it.
Yeah.
More or less, you're braking in your belt and your axles more than anything, from what I've gathered from people that really care about the braking. It's really just warming up a few things. It's really not for your motor too much.
Right.
Yeah, I think the most important thing is changing those fluids at the right time.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's what's really going to save your motor.
An air filter and
Yeah,
keeping it clean.
Air filter.
Or just put a turbo on an NA. That saves your motor.
Yeah.
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 I was gonna say, you go around the corner in this thing and you hit the dirt, it's all over. You're going. You're
Yeah.
going.
Well, not even in the dirt, just getting here.
Yeah.
I got like quarter throttle in it on the pavement, and it just, the rear end kicked out. Yeah. He passed me in his car on the right. I was like, what is with this psychotic white car? Why are they driving, like almost hitting garbage cans? I was like, what is going on? And then I look over and he's just smiling. I was like, oh my gosh.
Kind of wanted to see this matchup, the Tesla versus the Pro R.
I think the
Ooh.
Tesla's got me just because, dude, I don't know how they have the traction worked out with that Tesla, but it is insane. Like
Put
it
it
doesn't
in-
like spin out of control.
There's no-
This thing will break them loose in 4-wheel drive on the pavement. I did today.
We'll give you a head
Like
start.
I was already doing 25, like just going on the throttle, and then I punched it, and all 4 like they broke loose. So
You
I,
went flying past me when
I
you
don't
on the
even know
highway.
how to. I know I would just break the tires loose, so I don't. I think he beats me just on the traction scenario.
I'm hearing excuses. I'm not
All
hearing
these-
wallet and tire
we won't
buying.
even put it in sport mode. We'll put it in just straight
I mean,
show.
I'll run it. And we'll,
I think we have a challenge here.
I'm fine doing it.
Bo, are you in?
I'm in.
So we got Josh here. He got busy at work, so we're gonna hurry and plug him in right here. So Josh, when you buy a side-by-side, how do you break it in?
We don't break them in. We only break them out. Pinned.
Pin to the gills, right out of
Into the
gate.
gills.
No warm-up.
Now we warm them up. So if it's already been at a dealership and it's been driven around a little bit, pretty much just going to go drive it around. And we're going to drive like we drive until it's time to change the oil the first time. And then we're going to drive them like the race cars.
Okay. So a little bit softer right out of the gate, but you're still not gonna baby the snot out of it.
No, no. If it's going to come apart, I want it to come apart now, so that way it can go back to the shop and get fixed.
Okay.
Yeah. My first razor that I ever bought at 300 miles, we broke a connecting rod. Actually, the bolt fell out. A bolt came out loose from the connecting rod, and I did all the break-in stuff like the book said, and it didn't do a darn thing for me. So now we just drive them. If they're going to come apart, let's go ahead and get them apart.
Get it done.
Yeah, let's get it done.
That's kind of a little bit where I'm at nowadays. I like it.
Yeah. Now, that's pretty much the deal if you go and buy a brand new car, in my opinion.
So go to the poll and tell us how you do it. I would like to get a big range of different people to see how everybody breaks in their car. So you're gonna break it in like the manual and take it pretty slow? Are you gonna drive it like you stole it out of the gate? Or are you gonna kind of heat soak it a few times and then drive it hard and roast the tires within the first 10 miles?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Be honest. Don't tell
Yeah,
us
be
what it's
honest.
supposed
Be
to
honest and do how you do it, not how the manual says it.
Correct.
We don't want that because that's stupid. Insane manual of the Kawasaki, which is like
That's the Kawasaki Watercraft manual.
that was insane. I'm not doing that. Nobody's doing
Or a
that.
blend
Nobody's
of
doing
all
that.
of them. There you go.
Or just
I've
who
done
cares?
it. I've done it twice.
Or just a who cares? Like
Garage kept.
garage kept.
Never gone past half throttle.
Yes.
Driven by my wife 95% of the time.
We're in front of Nahi's house over here at the Riviera in Lake Havasu. He's building these awesome homes that have an amazing view of the lake, as close as you can get to the lake right here. So check out the Riviera project.